Welcome back to another episode of the Hawaii Dynasty. Let's go ahead and take a little mid-season update here. Let's take a look at the Mountain West Conference. We are leading. We are 3-0. San Diego State is also 3-1. It seems like they and UNLV will be our biggest competition heading into this, and Boise State probably as well at some point. Let's take a look at our season stats. Alejado does have 2,000 yards, 23 touchdowns, and 5 interceptions on the season. Michele has 80 carries for 412 yards. We would like to get his average back up to 6.0. And then Alejado is capable on the ground. He does help out there. Receiving, our guy Ashlock, 832 yards, 11 touchdowns. He is leading the room right now. And then Pupunu, who started off hot at the start of the year, but he has come back down to earth a little bit. He does lead the room in receptions, but here's what we're looking at for our receiving yards in our run and shoot system. I would like to get definitely 3 guys at 1,000 yards potentially. Ashlock, Pupanu, and Harris will probably be those guys. And then on the defensive side of the ball, sacks, Jackie Johnson III. He has quieted down recently, but he does have 6 sacks. And then our big man, Dejon Benton, also has 6 sacks on the year. Interceptions, we only have 1. We would like to see a little more interceptions the rest of the way, so we'll work on that. And then let's take a look at our top 25. We got Penn State, Ohio State, Ole Miss, Indiana, Georgia, Oklahoma, Florida, Clemson, Texas, Alabama, Miami, Kansas State, Missouri, USC, and Texas Tech to round out the top 15. Then if you're curious about the rest, here you go. Duke, the Sim Playbook God, as everybody knows, is in the top 25. Heisman Watch. Ashlock has entered the Heisman conversation. Maybe we should start trying to feed Ashlock a little more and see if we can get Hawaii their first Heisman. That would be something. But Mateer and Mendoza are battling out in the top 2. And let's go ahead and jump into this week 8 matchup against Colorado State. So here we go. Hawaii will be getting the ball to start the game. Number 98 for Colorado State boots it deep. Brandon White's going to have a chance to take this one out. Breaks a tackle, and he's going to bring this one out back to the 24-yard line. Jackson Harris getting the spotlight today. 21 catches, 3 touchdowns, 419 yards through the air. Let's go ahead and jump into our first play of this Hawaii run and shoot. So Alejado takes a snap, gets the ball batted down at the line of scrimmage. So here we go, 2nd and 10 now for the Rainbow Warriors. Colorado State is pressing. He's got a man out deep. Bad ball, unfortunately. And that's going to be incomplete, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 10 for Hawaii. 3rd and 10. Can Hawaii pick this one up? Alejado scrambles out. Oh, he's got nowhere to go. Stops his feet, throws it on the run. But that one's going to be incomplete, and Hawaii is going to go 3 and out to start this game. So here we go. Colorado State coming out to the field. They do run an air raid system, so they should be throwing this one a lot today. On the first play, they're going to go with an RPO, and they're going to decide to hand this one off. Jason Bailey comes up to make the stop for Hawaii. Here we go. 2nd and 8 for the Rams. Takes the snap. He's going to hand this one off. There we go. Lloyd Avant, 2 rushes, 6 yards on the day to start. 3rd and 4. Right where you want to be if you're an offense. So here we go. Colorado State in the shotgun look. Takes a snap, and they're going to run it again, and they're going to get to the outside, and they're going to pick up the first down. Avant breaks a tackle, and that's going to be the first down. So here we go. The Rams back in the shotgun look. And they're just going to keep running this one. They are an air raid team, but they are content with just handing this ball off. Avant having a great day to start this game. Colorado State in a 2-by-2 set. Quarterback making an adjustment at the line. Sends a man in motion. This one's going to be a play action, and that's going to be just a little out route to the receiver, and that one's going to be good enough for the first down. Colorado State just methodically moving right now down the field, giving Hawaii some problems to start this game. Hawaii looks like they might be bringing a little bit of pressure here, and they will. Colorado State does a great job of recognizing the pressure, and Jackson Brousseau finds an open man for the first down. So here we go. Rousseau back in a 2-by-2 set, and this one's going to be another RPO, and they're going to hand this one off. Loss of 3, the first good play we've seen out of Hawaii here on defense so far. So here we go, number 7 Rousseau making an adjustment at the line. He's going to take the snap, drops back, looking deep, can't find anybody, checks back down to the flat, and they hit their tight end there. Brousseau in the empty look here. Let's see if Hawaii can get a little pressure on him. He's had all day to throw. They do this time, and that's going to be a sack by Quinn Williams, big man, number 99. And that's going to force the field goal attempt. So Colorado State's drive fizzles out after a great start. Hawaii stands up on third down to get the sack, and this kick is up, and it's no good. Wide left here. So Hawaii, no harm done on that drive. It looked like Colorado State was going to have their way here to start at the start of this game. Hawaii's defense steps up. Here's the snap. Sends it to Ashlock up in the air, and Pupunu is there to catch the ricochet. What a play by Pupunu. In the right place at the right time. So here we go, Alejado. In a 2-by-2 set, takes the snap. He's going to check this one underneath, and that's going to be enough for the first down. Here we go. Alejado back in the shotgun set. Time ticking down in this first quarter. This is going to be a run to Sims. Sims is going to go ahead and pick up that first, or not pick up the first down, excuse me. Only a gain of 2 there. So here we go. Alejado throws it underneath again, and that's going to be enough for the first down. 1st and 10 for the Rainbow Warriors. Alejado, 3 receivers to his right. Looks like he's going to make an adjustment at the line. Michele checks back into this game. And they're going to give him the ball here. He's going to have room to go. Can he outrun the defense? He cannot. Big gain for the first play of the day for Michele. And that's going to put the Rainbow Warriors at the 11-yard line. Here we go. Same formation for the Rainbow Warriors. Alejado drops back. Moving around the pocket, doesn't see anything. He's going to step up, take off. Can he get in the end zone? Can he fall forward? He cannot. It's going to be first down, 2nd and inches for the Rainbow Warriors here. Alejado back in the empty set here. Quick snap. He's going to take it up the middle, and it gets nothing. Actually going to lose a yard here. And the Rainbow Warriors now have a 3rd and 1 at the 2-yard line. Here's the snap. He's got a man open, and he's got Pupunu for the touchdown. That's their go-to man down here in the red zone. And that's going to be a touchdown for the Rainbow Warriors. Alejado to Pupunu on 3rd and 1 for the touchdown. The kick is up. The kick is good. 8 plays, 68 yards. Touchdown drive for the Rainbow Warriors, and they take the lead. Here's the kick. See if Colorado State decides to bring this one out. They do. Might not be the best decision, and it's not. That's going to only get them to the 14-yard line to start their drive. Let's see if they can start with the same success as they had to start their last drive and see if they can punch this one in for a touchdown. Brousseau makes adjustments at the line here. Sends a man in motion. He settles. Here's the snap. Brousseau throws it underneath. Nice crossing pattern there for the Rams. And that's going to be good enough for the first down. And that might be the last play of this first quarter. Let's see if the Rams get the ball off here, if they're content just going to the quarter. And that's going to do it for our first quarter. Hawaii up on the Rams, 7-0 to start this one. So here we go. Start of the second quarter. 1st and 10 for the Rams. So drops back, finds a man, but it's too high of a ball, and that's going to be incomplete. And that's going to bring up 2nd and 10. So here we go. The Rams going under center for this one. Don't see this much in college football anymore. And this is going to be a play-action pass. Brousseau's got nowhere to go with the ball, and that's going to be a sack. Robinson, number 0, brings the pressure and gets the quarterback down, and that's going to set up a 3rd and 15 here. So here we go. Rams make an adjustment at the line. Here's the snap. Throws it underneath. Not enough there. Great rally from the Hawaii defender there, and that's going to bring up 4th and 10 for the Rams, and they will be punting the football. Here's White. He's going to have some room to work with here. Makes one man miss, but runs out of room on the sideline. Great drive from the Hawaii defense. Here we go, 1st and 10. Here we go. Hawaii going to hand it off? No, it's a play-action pass here, and he's got a man open over the middle. Alejado misses the throw. He's going to be kicking himself about that one. Alejado has been a little inaccurate here for the young quarterback. You'd like to see him grow into those throws eventually. Here we go. Hawaii takes a snap. Had a man wide open over the middle on the slant route, but the pressure gets there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 10. Here we go. 3rd and 10 for the Rainbow Warriors. Let's see if they can pick this one up. Takes the snap. Looking downfield. Tries to throw it to Ashlock, but Ashlock drops the pass, and that's going to be 4th down. Hawaii is forced to punt. Here's the punt. Looks like he's going to be, not a fair catch. The Rams are going to try to return this one. They pick up a couple yards. They'll be set up at their own 25-yard line, 1st and 10. So here we go. Rams had success on their first drive, but then fizzled out, and they haven't been able to do much since. The RPO here, they're going to hand this one off, and not going to be anything there. Gain of 0. The Rams did have success running the football to start their first drive. They've been a little better passing the ball. And here we go. Overthrows his receiver. Pass is too high, and that's going to bring up a 3rd and 10. So here we go. 3rd and 10. Hawaii looks like they're bringing the pressure. They do, and it's going to be a sack on the play. Big sack on 3rd and 10 by Jalen Smith, the middle linebacker, and that's going to force another Rams punt. So here we go. Here's the punt from the Rams, a short one. White's going to have to fair catch this one, and the Rams set up Hawaii in great field position near the 50-yard line. So here we go. Let's see if Hawaii can have another drive here that ends in 6 points. They're going to run an inside power, not much doing. That's going to only be a gain of 1, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 9. Both teams here seem to be struggling for the most part on offense. Alejado got nowhere to go, throws it away. Flag comes out, and this one's probably going to be intentional grounding. And that's what the call is. Unfortunate there for Hawaii. So here we go, 3rd and 19, clock running down here. Alejado takes a snap, he's dropping back. He's got a man open over the middle. Pupanu, can he get to the first down? Tries to stiff arm. It's going to be 4th and 2, and Hawaii going quick right back up to the line. Let's see if they snap this football. They get set up. Here we go, quick snap. They're going to hand this one off. Can they get there? They do. Michele picks up the first down. And they'll be set up on the Colorado State 40-yard line in their territory here. Alejado making a check. Takes his snap. He's going to hand this one off again. Michele with room to run again. Big 10-yard gain on that one. But Satani Michele does appear to be shaken up on the play. Sims will have to come in as relief. That one's going to stop the clock, and we have a 1st and 10 here for the Rainbow Warriors. Alejado takes a snap, and this one's going to be a little bubble pass to Ashlock, the Heisman hopeful. You saw this week he's entered the top 5 in voting. Hawaii hasn't really got him the ball that much today. They hope to change that and get him some more passes. Maybe make the voters see why he should win the Heisman Trophy this year. So here's the snap. Going to go right back to Ashlock. Can he get to the end zone? He cannot. And that's going to bring up a 1st and goal at the 3-yard line for the Rainbow Warriors. And they're actually going to go right back up to the line of scrimmage here, going with some tempo. Hawaii takes the snap. They try to run this one. Sims breaks a tackle. What a play from Sims! With the injury to Michele, Sims comes in as relief, makes his opportunity count, and that's going to be a touchdown for Hawaii. And that's going to push this one to 14-0 for your Rainbow Warriors. So here we go. Here's the kickoff. Kicks the ball deep. Let's see if the Rams bring this one out. They will not. They'll take the field position at the 25-yard line. So here we go. 1st and 10 for the Rams. The Rams desperately need to add some points to the board here if they want to stay in this one. Brousseau checks it down underneath on a quick little hitch route, and that's going to be a gain of 4. So here we go. Time starting to wind down in this first half. About 3.5 minutes left on this 2nd and 6. Brousseau in the empty set takes a snap, looking downfield. He's got a man, his tight end, over the middle of the field. That's going to put Jackson Brousseau to 7 for 9 on the day for 59 yards. Here we go. The Rams in a 2-by-2 set here. Running back to his left takes the snap. He's got a man wide. Oh! Only goes up with one hand, and he's going to end up dropping the ball. That's why you always got to go up with 2 hands if you're a wide receiver. So here we go on the 2nd and 10. Brousseau takes a snap, and this one's going to be a run, and Hawaii cuts right into the backfield, and that's going to be only a gain of 2. 3rd and 8 here for the Rams. See if they can pick this one up. Hawaii, 5 players at the line of scrimmage, and they're going to bring a blitz here, and that blitz is going to force a bad pass, and that's going to be 4th down, and the Rams are forced to punt the ball again. So here we go. White going to have a shot at a return here. Let's see if he can make something happen. He's been quiet as of late, but we know he can get it at any time. Hawaii going to be looking to just drain some clock here, score right before the half. Takes the snap. He's got a man out to the flat, and that's Ashlock. It's going to be a gain of 2, and that may be the last play before the 2-minute timeout, and it is. So here we go. Hawaii, 3 receivers out to the right. Michele to Alejado takes the snap. He's got a man wide open over the middle. Another bad ball from Alejado, and that's going to bring up a 3rd and 8. Colorado State looking to bring a little bit of pressure here. Alejado going to flip his formation over. Alejado takes the snap. He's got a man open over the middle. Pupunu, and this time he has him. Pupunu's off to the races. The 20, the 15. And he's tackled at the 14-yard line. 1:48 to go here. Let's see if the Rainbow Warriors can end this drive with points. Unfortunately, he got out of bounds and stopped the clock. Hawaii in the pistol look. Michele behind Alejado. Takes the snap, and they're going to run an option play. Pitches it out to Michele. Michele not much going there. Only picks up a gain of 3. Hawaii staying in this pistol look here. Harrison Ashlock to his left. Takes the snap. Looking. Steps up. Takes off. Can he get into the end zone? He cannot, and that's going to bring up 1st down at the 2-yard line. Hawaii under center here. Haven't seen this much from the Rainbow Warriors this year. Let's see if they're looking to run this one. They are. Michele is going to get into the end zone, and that's going to be 21-0 for your Rainbow Warriors. Michele falls into the end zone there. Kick is up, and the kick is good. 6 plays, 65 yards. You would have liked to see a little more time come off the clock there, but they'll take points any way they can get them. So here's the kick. This one's going to be brought out of the end zone. Bad decision there, as that's only going to put them to the 15-yard line. Brousseau in the empty look, making an adjustment at the line. Takes the snap, drops back, throws it quick over the middle. Hawaii right there to sniff that one out, and it is 2nd and 7. And the Rams are going to use their second timeout here. 52 seconds left in this half. They need points desperately. Already down 21-0 to start this game. So here we go. Brousseau trips to his left, takes his snap, drops back, looking, got a man, his tight end. And that's going to be enough for the first down. And they're going to go ahead, instead of getting up to the line, use their final timeout. And that's going to be 1st and 10. Colorado State will not be able to stop the clock with a timeout the rest of the way here in this first half. Here's the snap, drops back, looking, takes off, scrambling. And that's a good little scamper there for Brousseau, and they got to get right back up to the line. He was short of the first down, so that's going to let this clock run here. 30 seconds to go in this first half. Brousseau is going to throw this one away. Thought he might take off, but the Hawaii defense is right there. Makes him throw the ball away. So here we go. 3rd and inches for the Rams. They got to pick this one up. Brousseau takes a snap. He's looking, has a man open, and he's going to wisely get out of bounds here. And they're at Hawaii's 41-yard line with 21 seconds to go here. Brousseau back in the shotgun. Bad snap, but he handles it. He's looking. He had a man deep down the field on the sideline, but the pressure might have sped him up there. They had a shot at a touchdown right there. Brousseau was able to deliver the ball deep, but they're not able to, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 10. Here we go, Thompson. That's going to be a sack. Benton. That's going to be his 7th sack on the season. Colorado State's running up to the line here. Can they get another snap off? They do. They spike it. And there's going to be 1 second on the clock. And it looks like we're going to see one last heave to the end zone here. Let's see if Colorado State can make something happen and get points on the board. Brousseau takes the snap. Everybody running down the field. Launches this one to the back of the end zone. And this is going to be incomplete. And that's going to do it for the first half. Rainbow Warriors up 21-0 on this Mountain West clash against Colorado State. And we'll see you for the second half of this one. Satani Michele, 53 yards, averaging 8.8 yards per carry right now with 1 touchdown. So here we go. See if the Rams were able to make any halftime adjustments here, down 21-0 to Hawaii. And this is going to be a touchback. Colorado State comes in with the trips to the right look here. And this one's going to be an RPO. He is going to fire this one out on a bubble screen, and that's going to be a nice pickup of 8. Here we go. Back to the game here. 2nd and 2. Sends a man in motion. Here's the snap. Quick little throw, and that's going to be enough for the first down. Colorado State just worried with getting the chains moved there. It appeared on that one. So we're going to have 1st and 10. We got a trips look to the right here for the Rams. Brousseau has got time, but time runs out. Forces the bad pass. Has to avoid the sack. That's going to be incomplete. Hawaii doing a great job getting to the quarterback today. So here we go. 2nd and 10. Brousseau. Oh my goodness. Brousseau somehow, wow, what a play from the Rams. Brousseau looks like he's about to get killed in the backfield. Steps up, delivers it to a wide open man, makes another man miss. And Tay Laner The speedster, his first catch for 62 yards, catches the ball, hits a shifty little spin move, and gets that one into the end zone. And the Rams back into this one now on a 4-play, 75-yard drive. They got to be fired up here coming out of the half. Exactly what they needed, and that's going to cut this to a 2-possession game. Brandon White's going to take this one out of the end zone. Not much doing for him there, and it's at the Hawaii 21-yard line to start this first possession for your Rainbow Warriors. Hawaii coming out in a trips right look here. They send Harris in motion. Here's the snap. He's got a man, Pupunu, on a nice little crosser. Picks up a lot after the catch, and that's going to be good enough for the first down. 1st and 10 here for the Rainbow Warriors. Trips to the left. Here's the snap. Taking the deep shot here to Pupunu. Pupunu tries to go up and get it, but he cannot. Drops the pass, and that's going to be 2nd and 10 now. Here we go, Alejado makes an adjustment at the line. They're just going to run this one, and a great play from the Rams defender there. Gets right in and shuts that run down. That's going to be 3rd and 11 for the Rainbow Warriors. So here we go. Alejado back in an empty look. Takes the snap, looking downfield, and he's going to be sacked. And there's a flag on the field, and this one looks like it's going to be holding on the offense as well. A little insult to injury there, and the Rams are probably going to decline this one, and it is 4th and 18. So it appears here the Rams have made some good halftime adjustments, and they force Hawaii, after a big first play on the first play of the drive, force a punt, and now they have the ball, and they have a shot to make this a 1-possession game here in the 3rd quarter. So here we go. Trips to the left here for Brousseau. RPO. Oh, and he's wide open. He has a blocker. Can't make a man miss, and that's going to bring this ball up to the 49-yard line. Jackson Brousseau starting to heat up a little bit here in the second half. See if Hawaii can get some pressure on the quarterback, speed up his process. Here's the snap, drops back, throws it. Too tight of coverage, tight end takes a big shot there trying to catch that one, and it's incomplete. Dropped pass there from their star tight end. So here we go, trips to the right. Brousseau takes the snap, looking downfield. Checks it underneath the flat. Great, oh my goodness, what a play. Oh my God, the Rams are going. And that's going to be a touchdown, Colorado State. What a play from the Rams there. Avant hits a crazy spin move and then takes that one all the way to the end zone for a 50-yard play. Don't look now, but the Rams right back into this one. 3 plays, 72 yards. Looks like Hawaii maybe a little content coming out of the half, sleeping a little bit to start this second half. Brandon White tries to get to the outside. He cannot. And the Rainbow Warriors here need to stop the bleeding a little bit. Maybe take some time off the clock. Somehow find a way to get points here. They're going to need it. They run a draw, nothing doing. Colorado State, unbelievable to start this second half. So here we go. Alejado takes a snap. He's looking deep. He's going to take this shot. Overthrows Ashlock, and it's 3rd and 10 all of a sudden for the Rainbow Warriors. Here we go. Alejado makes an adjustment at the line. Colorado State is pressing the line of scrimmage. Here's the snap. Alejado looking, throws it, overthrows his man. A miscommunication there. I don't know what Ashlock was doing on that one. Seemed like he just quit on the route there for some reason. Hawaii 3 and out, and the Rams, they're going to be set up with decent field position here, and they have a shot to tie this game up. The Rams, shotgun. Brousseau drops back, hits it to the flat. This time Avant not able to make a man miss, but that's going to be good enough for 7 yards there. Good play to start this drive for the Colorado State team. So here we go. Sends a man in motion. Rousseau is going to go right back down to Avant, but the Hawaii defense is able to rally, and that's going to end up being a loss of 2. So here we go, 3rd and 5 as time starts to wind down on this third quarter. Rousseau making an adjustment at the line of scrimmage, takes his snap, drops back, has a man open, and that's going to be good enough for the first down. Nice little play call there for the Rams. Trips to the right look here for Colorado State. Rousseau makes some more adjustments at the line. He's really starting to get into a groove now. They're going to hand this one off, and that's going to be a nice little gain of 3 there. Both teams probably happy with that one. If you're an offense, you'll take 3 yards on the first down run, and if you're a defense, you'll probably take a stop of 3 on first down. 2nd and 7 here. Rousseau, another handoff, pancaked at the line of scrimmage, and that's going to be a gain of 6.5. Here we go. Goal line set for the Rams. 3rd and inches here. Can they pick this one up? White pinches their D-line. Fumble on the play, and that's going to be recovered by Robinson. Hawaii's defense comes up huge on the 3rd and inches play. Forces the turnover when Colorado State was looking like they may get some more points in this one. And that's going to be a fumble from Rousseau. Costly mistake for him. Hawaii not able to get much on the first down play there. So here we go. Hawaii 2nd and 11. Alejado takes the snap, throws it, slant pass to Ashlock. There is a flag on the field. Let's see what this one is. This one's going to be pass interference on the offense. And that's going to bring up a 2nd and 21. Here we go. Alejado flips his formation. Colorado State in a 2-high shell look. Here's the snap. Alejado looking downfield, running for his life here. Alejado, what is he doing? He's back into his own end zone. Throws this one away. Lucky to get that one off. And it is 3rd and 21. Hawaii's offense has cooled off here. Let's see if they can somehow pick up this 3rd and 21. Here's the snap. Throws it. He's looking for Brandon White, and he's got him. The slot seam picks up the first down. Huge play from Brandon White from Alejado there. What a play from Hawaii when they desperately needed it. Here we go. Empty look here. Alejado checks the sideline. Here's a snap. It's going to be a run. Alejado's got room to go. That's going to be a nice gain of 9. Let's see if the Rainbow Warriors snap this ball. They don't need to. Alejado makes an adjustment at the line. 8 seconds here. They do snap this one. Oh, and he's got a man open in the end zone, and that's going to be a touchdown, Rainbow Warriors. Big play there from Hawaii to stop the bleeding. That's going to make this one 28-14. 5 plays, 61 yards, right before the start. Here we go. Hawaii gets the ball back in the 4th quarter. Probably looking to drain some clock off here. Takes the snap. This one's going to be a handoff. No room to work with there, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 10. Alejado trying to make an adjustment at the line. Can't communicate with his receiver. Seems like they may be on the same page now. Here's the snap. He's got a man open down the field. Can they make a connection? They can. Harris goes up and gets that one. Big play from your Rainbow Warriors. Here we go. 1st and 10. Time starting to become a factor for the Rams, down 2 possessions. Hawaii's going to look to hand this one off. Bekele breaks a couple tackles, gets a decent gain of 5 there. 6.5 minutes to go. Let's see what the Rainbow Warriors decide to do here. It's going to be another handoff to Michele, and that's only going to get them a gain of 1. Here we go. 3rd and 4. Can the Rainbow Warriors pick this one up? Looks to be an option play. Gets it out to Michele, and he's going to just get enough for the first down, and it appears Hawaii has an injured offensive lineman. Here we go, 1st and 10. Alejado takes a snap. Tries to check it back down to his running back, but the pressure is too much, and that's going to be an incomplete pass. Alejado takes a snap. Looking deep to the end zone. He's got a man. It's going to be incomplete. 3rd and 10 here. Hawaii takes a snap. Tries to throw it to the corner of the end zone. Jump ball, but it's going to be incomplete, and Hawaii is going to be forced to attempt a field goal now. Kick is up, and the kick is good, and that will make this one a 3-possession game. Here's the kickoff. Kicks it deep, and this one should not be returned, and that's going to be a kneel. 1st and 10 here for Colorado State Rams. You got to make something happen here if you're Colorado State. Not enough time on the clock potentially, and that's not going to do anything for them. Gain of 1. They don't have the time in this game anymore to only pick up 1-yard plays here. They got to go fast, and they got to go deep. 2nd and 9 for the Rams. Takes the snap, drops back, looking down the field. He's got a man wide open over the middle. And that's going to be a big play, exactly what we were just talking about. They need more of that, and they need more of that quickly. Here we go. Trips to the right here. 4.5 minutes to go in this 4th quarter. Colorado State's going to hand this one off, surprisingly. Nothing going, and it's going to be a loss of 4. They just can't afford to have those type of plays right now, trying to get back into this one. 2nd and 14, Brousseau makes it a couple adjustments at the line. Here's the snap. Throws a quick one to his tight end. That's going to be a good for a gain of 9. Here we go. Rams hurry back up to the line of scrimmage. Here's the snap. Throws this one underneath, and that's going to be good for the first down here. I assume they'll get right back up to the line, and that's exactly what they do. Trips to the left here for the Rams. 3:30 and counting. They got to get going here. Taking a little too much time. Play action pass. He's going to take a deep shot. And this one's going to be caught, but then dropped. 2nd and 10 here for the Rams. Brousseau sends a man in motion. Here's the snap. It's another handoff. I just don't know what the Rams are doing here. They hurry right back up to the line. Here's the snap. Brousseau drops back, looking down the field. Has a man open over the middle of the field. Gets crushed there over the middle. That's going to bring Brousseau to 300 yards on the day. Under 3 minutes now. Hawaii forces the incomplete pass, and that's 2nd and 10. So here we go. 2nd and 10 for the Rams here. 2:53 to go in this ball game. Brousseau throws it short underneath. That's only going to be a gain of 2, and that's going to keep the clock moving. I don't know what the Rams' idea is here. 2:40 to go. He's going to throw this one over the middle. He has a man, and he's going to score. Brousseau, 3:33 on the day, 3 touchdowns, 2:33 to go, and that's going to make this one a 10-point game if they can hit the extra point. They do. Let's see if we see the onside kick here. 11 plays, 75 yards, but it did take 3 minutes off the clock. Here comes the onside kick, and Hawaii's going to get this one. They returned an onside kick earlier in the year. I thought they might have that one there potentially, but 2:30 to go. A couple first downs will end this game. Here we go. Hawaii's going to hand this one off. Michele makes a man miss, breaks a tackle, and that's going to make it 2nd and 2 here Colorado State forced to use their first timeout. Here's the snap. Michele gets the first down. 2:20 to go. Colorado State forced to use their second timeout. Only one remaining. Hawaii takes a snap. Michele tries to make something happen here. Is able to get a nice gain of 5 there. Colorado State all out of timeouts, and it seems like one first down will end this game. Here's the snap. Michele, not anything going for him there, and it's going to be 3rd and 5 here coming out of the 2-minute timeout. A first down will officially end this game. Hawaii in the empty set. Alejado, Hawaii checks the sideline. Make an adjustment. Here's a snap. He's got a man open. Ashlock just going to get down. Stays in bounds. Fantastic job. And that should be it for this one. So Alejado here in victory formation. It looks like they're going to win this one 31-21 on the road against Colorado State. Hawaii is going to advance to 8-0 on the year. The perfect season continues. That's going to bring them to 4-0 in conference play. Hand another loss to Colorado State. Hawaii, 348 yards of offense today. Colorado State did barely outgain them, but just couldn't sustain drives enough in this game. They're going to end up losing by 10. And your Hawaii players, Alejado, only 50% completion today. They really need to start getting the completion percentage up from him. But he does have 246 through the air for 2 touchdowns. Rushing the ball, Michele, 79 yards, 4.6 yards on the ground. They'd like to see that one up as well. Receiving, Pupinu, 5 receptions, 90 yards and a touchdown. Ashlock, the recent Heisman hopeful, only 4 catches for 35 yards. That one's not going to help his case. But that's going to go ahead and do it for this one. If you watched the video and did, I would appreciate it if you dropped a. We'll see you for the next Rainbow Warriors Dynasty game.